Charlie Parker, Bird's Nest. Before bebop, jazz music had mostly been there to dance to. From the traditional jazz of Louis Armstrong through the swing bands of Basie and Ellington, it was performed in dance halls. Post-bebop, it has often been cocktail music, elevator music, music to have in the background at dinner parties, music to flirt and canoodle to with dim lights or scented candles. It is soundtrack music. It is atmospheric music for TV detectives like Harry Bosch to wind down to and wait for the clues to add up. But bebop was something else. Music to sit and listen to make notes, form opinions and rank the participants. The musicians performed athletic feats of stamina and intellectual rigour. Incredibly fast flurries of notes came out of nowhere. You would imagine these flurries were improvised, if not that they were played tightly in unison by multiples of instruments. This would then break down into solos so complex you would think they had been written, but were actually improvised. Blues guitarists improvise, but what they do is just doodle. It is pure expression based on experience and muscle memory. It does not require that much intellect. In comparison to that, bebop artists draw intricate technical diagrams in real time. They need an advanced knowledge of anything that could be done on any upcoming event. And their brains must always be calculating their next move in relation to where they and their fellow musicians are at any one time. Lightning fast executions of scales and arpeggios, all memorised forwards and backwards, staccato, legato, pianissimo and forte. The most famous of these musicians was an alto sax player called Charlie Parker, the man they called Bird. I found a double CD of his music for £1 in the Cancer Research charity shop opposite the church in Wycombe. It is music that you can just turn on at any point. It all sounds like Charlie Parker. There is no singing, but occasionally there are trumpet and piano breaks. It is sometimes sweet and breathy. It is sometimes soothing. It is often frantic. It grabs your attention with jagged changes and keeps you hooked with that constant syncopation. You click your fingers or tap the steering wheel to that all-important swing. It don't mean a thing if it ain't got it. I was listening to a late-night talk radio show whilst driving through London a long time ago, and a woman phoned in to ask if anyone knew the origin of the phrase, "Charlie Parker is my delight. He breathes in air and blows out light." No one did, and I have not Googled it because that would spoil it. But it put Charlie Parker on my roadmap. That and the biopic directed by Clint Eastwood and starring Forrest Whitaker. Charlie Parker, Bird's Nest.